What's up guys, KSWTV here, back again with a brand new video, and this is probably the most excited I have been with all the rumours coming to Manchester City, and probably the biggest video I'm going to make if this does eventually go through, if it is all true. But as you can see on the screen, Cristiano Ronaldo could be coming to Manchester City. Now, Cristiano Ronaldo is contracted to Juventus until next summer, but sources have said, and his agent saying, that he wants to move away from Juventus. Juventus is pricing him around the 25 to 30 million euros mark, and for a 36-year-old, that is a massive amount of money. But we're talking about the greatest finisher of all time, and in my opinion, the greatest player of all time. So that is such an affordable fee. But his wages are the problem. Cristiano Ronaldo is racking in 31 million euros net per year. That is after tax. But that is going to play a huge role in who can afford him. But with probably my most trusted source I trust, and one of the best sources in football, Fabrizio Romano has just come out with a source saying, Jorge Mendes, which is Cristiano Ronaldo's agent, has approached Manchester City to sign Ronaldo. Still no official bid. Juventus want 30 million euros for Cristiano Ronaldo, and Man City are not intending to pay that money, and Pep Guardiola wants to keep Gabriel Jesus. So we'll start with the Gabriel Jesus thing. Juventus wanted Gabriel Jesus, whether that was next year or whenever Cristiano Ronaldo leaves, to replace him and go up in the striking role. Pep has been firm to say that Gabriel Jesus is in our plans, not just now, but going forward. And the only way we could probably make this work for Cristiano Ronaldo is if we do a swap deal. So we're going to go through what I think could happen to make Cristiano Ronaldo go through. We could give them Bernardo Silva, someone who has been wanting away from the club, preferably to go to Spain, to Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, or Real Madrid. He's not really enjoying his time in Manchester, regardless of the success that has been around the club and the competitions and the games we've been playing. He's fell out a bit of favour on that right wing because Riyad Mahrez has stepped up massively, and we've got KDB, Gundogan, Fernandinho, Rodri in the middle that are getting more game time prioritised over him. And to be fair, they've been playing better than him as well. But Manchester City value him around the 55 to 65 million pound range, which means that if we swap over, that Juventus are going to have to give us some money back, probably around 20 to 30 million, with Cristiano Ronaldo coming in and Silva going out to Juventus. Now, that might not go through, and probably won't go through if this deal comes to something like that, because Bernardo Silva, I think, wouldn't want to go to Italy, wouldn't want to go to Juventus. I think his priority is in Spain. I think he would rather go back to Benfica than probably go to Italy. With that being said, we've got a second option here, which is something that has been leaked, well, not leaked, but rumoured around Aymeric Port to the Juventus. If they want Laporte, and we value him around the 70 to 80 million, pounds mark, then if they give us Cristiano Ronaldo, that would take 30 million straight off that. So they could get him for around 40 to 50 million pounds, which I think is a bargain, and something I don't want to happen, because Laporte is our starting 11 centre back, in my opinion, with Ruben Diaz. I think the partnership is awesome with them two at the back. Very solid league, very little goals, and just aerial threats and solid in the back. So they're going to reduce the wages from Ronaldo, get Aymeric Laporte, put him on bigger wages than he is now, but it'll be nowhere near what they could be getting, or what they're paying, for Cristiano Ronaldo. So that's probably the more likely out of the two swap deals. But if it comes to it, I'm sure if we needed a striker, a recognised striker, someone that's going to come in and score goals, obviously the third option would be to pay the 25, 30 million that they're asking for Cristiano Ronaldo. But he's going to have to take a cut on his wages, and that's simple. He's going to have to take a reduction on his yearly wage. The taxing is going to be different because he's not in Italy anymore, so maybe the whatever he wants net could be a bit of a problem. He probably would want more money, considering Manchester City has more money as a club, generates more money than Juventus, or probably does. And the role that he's going to play, he's probably going to play every single game up front, because the guy never gets injured. The guy's an engine even at 36, 37 years old. He can run for days, and he's a game changer, especially in the air and from long shots outside of the box. But would I want this deal to go through? Of course I would want to go through, especially with the Harry Kane talks collapsing. We'll get onto that in the second part of the video. But Cristiano Ronaldo is my favorite player of all time, as I said before. And I can just envision him in a Champions League knockout final, or in the Champions League final if we make it, scoring the winning goal off a penalty, a header, a free kick, or just an amazing goal, and doing that classic signature CR7 celebration, celebrating in front of the opposition fans, and just be amazing. I honestly really want Cristiano Ronaldo to join Manchester City. So I'm going to give this transfer a 8.5, sorry, out of 10. And the reason why it's not a 10 out of 10 is obviously because he's 37 years old. You probably only get 1 or 2 years out of him. For the wages we're going to pay for him, it's going to be massive, especially for such a little time. Of course, he's the greatest finisher of all time. Of course, he's a game changer. Of course, he's going to bring so much experience to the team. He's going to be able to make players like Liam Delap better coming up through the academy. Maybe make Raheem Sterling a more clinical finisher. And really just help all the attacking options, especially the midfield, with putting their numbers up for assists, because he puts himself in positions that other players just can't, especially at the age that he's in. He's a workhorse and he grinds. He'll do whatever he can for the badge. He's got guaranteed goals in him. I reckon 25, 30 goals in the Premier League. And he could really secure us the Premier League and put us in a good position to take on teams like PSG and Chelsea and Real Madrid in this year's Champions League competition. Now on to the second part of this video. Obviously, you can see by reading on the screen, Harry Kane is staying at Tottenham Hotspur for this year at least. Now, unless you've been living under a rock for the past, 2-3 months, we all know that Harry Kane has been pushing for his dream move to Manchester City since even before the Euro 2020, even in the end of the Premier League season. He started doing this while he was still playing week in, week out for Tottenham Hotspur. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, Harry Kane has been pushing and pushing and pushing for his dream move to Manchester City. But now, as you can read on the screen, that is now ended with the Tottenham Hotspur captain and star releasing a statement on Twitter saying that he is not going to be joining any team for he didn't even say ever, he just said for the rest of this year. But now that has ended with the Tottenham captain and star releasing a statement on Twitter saying, "It was incredible to see the reception from the Spurs fans on Sunday and to read some of the messages and support I've had in the last few weeks. I will be staying at Tottenham this summer and will be 100% focused on helping the team achieve success." You play for Tottenham Hotspur, you're going to get zero success, buddy. But the reception from the fans, if I'm not mistaken, the fans were like singing, "Are you not watching Harry Kane? Are you not watching Harry Kane?" Because they're pissed off with this. And I agree with them 100%. I think it was very disrespectful how he went about his business in leaving the club. And I also want to say congratulations to Daniel Levy for not giving in. Harry Kane thought he could outsmart, outdo, and overpower Daniel Levy, the guy that is paying his wages, that given him contract after contract, extending him, keeping him in the Premier League. He does deserve the contract he's getting. He's one of the best, if not top 3 strikers in the world right now. But that doesn't mean that you're bigger than the club, no matter how many years you spent at it. You just signed a 6-year deal 3 years ago. You're only halfway there, mate. You're going to have to play this out. Now, obviously, this is a massive blow for Manchester City because this was meant to be our number 1 target, even higher than Jack Grealish that we've already signed for a massive fee of £100 million. So I'm kind of happy, but I'm not, because I don't want my club to break 2 transfer records in 1 season. Obviously, we needed the striker a bit more than Grealish, but I'm happy regardless of what we've got and what we've done in this transfer window. But this is obviously a massive blow. As I mentioned before, Cristiano Ronaldo to City, it's one of my favorite moves that has been released and rumored about. But you got to say that we really needed a striker. We've had opportunities this season in the Tottenham game and in the Norwich game. We won 5-0, but we could have won 6 or 7-0 with some of the chances that were created, especially in that Tottenham game. There was about 2 or 3 chances that Harry Kane would have buried if he was in the box waiting from the cutbacks and the balls that he was receiving from our 6-man midfield up front. Now, with the news being out that Harry Kane isn't joining anymore, now we can just turn our heads, as I said before, towards the future. And maybe Erling Haaland could be the next target. You know, obviously Harry Kane will be 29 next year. You never know, he might get an injury that could really hurt his ankles that they were already sort of giving on him already, especially with the shooting technique he does. He doesn't help himself much with how he treats that ankle. But, you know, we could turn our heads to Erling Haaland, maybe fight for that 75 release clause and fight with other countries, or not countries, other clubs. They're going to want to get in on this. You know, obviously Real Madrid's want to get on it. Maybe Barcelona, even Bayern Munich have now discussed that they really want to get in on this. And it's just going to be a fight for whoever's got the best wages, best facilities, and best team around them. And I obviously think Manchester City has the best team, the best facilities. We just haven't got the European success to match the other clubs that are going to come in. But obviously, as I said, I want Cristiano Ronaldo in. Maybe we could get Cristiano Ronaldo for 1 or 2 years and then bring in Erling Haaland next year. And obviously if we got Cristiano Ronaldo on a 2+ year contract, obviously Erling Haaland would obviously want to come, especially with Cristiano Ronaldo there to maybe mentor him for his final year or two at the club, final year or two in massive leagues, final year or two in really competitive leagues. But thank you guys so much for watching. That was my thoughts on the Cristiano Ronaldo and Harry Kane situations that have gone down in the last 24 to 48 hours. Before you leave, can you make sure you click that subscribe button? You know, that helps out massively. We've grown in about 10-15 subscribers in the last week. So I just want to thank you guys for all the new subscribers that have come in. Thank you so much for joining this channel. We're going to be doing so much more updates and transfer window, especially for the last week or so. Well, it's not even a week before the transfer window finishes. We've got so many reaction videos and more football content and Man City related content coming to the channel. So if you can hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell if you're new to the channel or new watching on this channel. Leave a comment on anything you would like to see, future videos, or any feedback you've got with the Manchester City and Cristiano Ronaldo sort of talks. Obviously, it's going to be a massive one if it goes through.
You're alone, sitting home, waiting by the phone. No crew, only you, nothing left to do. You call on me when you're chilling and you're sipping on your Alizé. It's getting late, no day, now you wanna play. You call on me.